the car.
Wendy,
Hello, Mother.
what's going on?
I'll be out of here in a minute.
What do you think you're doing, dear?
What's it look like I'm doing? Getting my things.
These things are staying here where they belong.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Mr. Waters' office.
You're standing in it.
I'm looking for Mr. Waters.
You're talking to him.
Lloyd Kendall wanted me to give you this.
So you're the guy he called about.
Yeah, Carter. Warren Carter.
Hank Waters. Pleased to meet you. Don't take it wrong, but have you ever done this kind of work?
Well, I don't think I'm very clear on what exactly I'm supposed to do.
Kendall said to put you to work. I put you to work. Only first things first. Change your clothes. The company doesn't usually supply them. I usually have a couple of spare ones lying around. You can change in there.
Hank, these specifications are way off.
I'll take that. I've got something for you to do. McCleary, meet Carter.
Here we are, home again.
Hi.
Yes, indeed.
What's the report?
Two perfectly healthy babies.
And both perfect patients.
Oh, except for sweet Alon. She cried when she got her shot.
Well, you'd howl too if someone stuck you with a needle, right, little girl?
Both deserve a treat. Here, let me take them.
Oh, can you handle it?
Well, from here to the kitchen, yes.
Okay. There you go, darling. You sure you're all right?
Yeah,
all right. That's an armful.
Liza, do you think we can handle one more?
What?
I just came from the shelter. I met TR.
McCleary. Hello? Someone there?
I'm calling Sunny Adamson.
Oh, I'm sorry she's not here.
Oh, do you expect her?
Later, maybe. Can I take a message? Yep.
Thanks, Howie. Appreciate it.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm here.
I'm glad.
Well, what's the story?
Excuse me?
What's on our agenda for today?
Well, we got two choices. Corruption in the transit department and the cancellation of the Little Abner chase.
Oh, you've got to be kidding.
No, feminists are manning a big demonstration downtown right now. Manning. Feminists, no, that was a very poor choice of words,
You meant,
wasn't
of
it?
course, planning.
Yes, of
Right.
course, but then why all the fuss? After all, this day only comes around once every 4 years.
That's right. It's February 29th, isn't it?
Yes, and every woman should get her man. Sorry, sunshine. I guess we ought to stick to the transit department, huh?
Well, I can't personalize leap year, for heaven's sake. But yeah, I'd like to get checked then. Anyway, let's get back to the bus drivers, shall we?
Yeah. Well, the union officials say that the commissioner... McCleary. Yeah, Mac. Oh, right. Right, yeah, she's right here. It's for you.
Thanks. Hi, Mac. What's up? Yes, I'm fine. No. Believe me, I want to be here. Besides, you can't trust McCleary on his own. Listen, I really appreciate your calling. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. It was real nice of her.
Oh, that reminds me. Someone else called, but she didn't leave a message.
She?
Yeah.
Well, did she leave her name?
No.
A number, anything?
No. I offered to take a message, but she hung up on me.
That's too bad.
Sunshine, that call yesterday.
Where were we, McCleary?
You still don't want to tell me.
Please don't pressure me, Hogan.
No, that's the last thing that I want to do. But you were expecting another call, weren't you?
Yes, I was. But she'll probably never call back anyway.
Who?
I really don't want to discuss this.
But it has something to do with Benton, doesn't it?
Look, I promised her that I wouldn't say anything, and I owe her that much.
You owe yourself something, Sunshine. Look at you. You're all tied up in knots again.
I can't help it. It happened to her, too. Jack raped her. Well,
I thought she'd be all for it.
Darling, I'm glad you met her, and I'm glad you see in her what I see, but to have her here with us...
Liza, we can help her. I know we can. She needs so much. I wanted to bring her right back home. She was like a frightened animal. I put out my hand when Susie introduced us, and she flinched as if I was going to hit her.
Oh, she's been through so many terrible things.
Well, I've never seen anything like it. That child doesn't know the meaning of the word trust.
She touched you the same way she did me.
Well, we didn't talk for long. But before I left, I thought she was a little more comfortable with me, but maybe she was just a little less terrified.
Oh, Rusty, you're exactly what she needs right now.
Well, if you and I both agree that we can help her, then why don't we bring her here?
I'm not sure we can handle it. I mean, goodness, she's not an infant. Her ideas, her habits are already formed.
Yeah, but she can't go through life terrified.
Well, look, if we consider this, it would have to be on a trial basis, 2-3 weeks. I mean, she might hate it here.
Sweetheart, her only alternative right now is a state institution.
Oh, Rusty, can you imagine the adjustment? I mean, not only for the children, but what about Martin and Sonny?
Sweetheart, we can make room in this house.
How about Kate?
Kate does not have to take care of her. In fact, maybe TR could help Kate take care of the kids.
Well, now there's something. What about Granddad? I mean, I had a hard enough time trying to convince him to accept a Kate McCleary taking care of his great-grandchildren. Can you imagine what he would say if he thought that we brought in a girl off the streets to take care of them?
Liza, it is not his decision.
You're right. I know. But we just can't rush into this.
And we can't take our time either. Today is the last day that they can keep her at that shelter.
I know. Look, I have to play devil's advocate here. Our hearts cannot rule our heads on this. This is an enormous responsibility. We have to make the right decision. I mean, not only for our sakes, but especially for TR.
These are my things to do with as I like.
These things that you keep referring to represent quite a sizable investment, which I, not you, have made over the years.
You gave them to me.
I gave you a stereo, yes, for your room, because you and I have different tastes in music. I gave you a typewriter, yes, when you decided to go back to school. The skis I bought for you in a moment's madness when you couldn't survive another winter without a winter weekend. I doubt if you've even used them.
What are you trying to pull?
That was my question to you exactly.
What do you care what I do with these things unless you're planning on taking up skiing?
I will tolerate your sarcasm. I will not allow you to take everything out of this house.
Come on, Mother, please. Okay, you never listen to my stereo. You have a secretary that does all your typing. So just lay off.
Are you going to take those things upstairs, or shall I call Rose?
Mother.
Even when you use it a pejorative way. I'm proud of the title.
Well, are you proud of what you're doing to me? You're taking away everything you've ever given me?
I will not allow you to take the things that were purchased for our home. Now, whatever you purchase for your home is your business. The furs and the jewelry were personal gifts. They were given out of love for you. And you may take those with you.
really are trying to get back at me, aren't you?
No. I'm simply taking you at your word. You say you're an adult now. You're certainly not a little girl going off to camp, not a student going to school. You claim to be a married woman with all the responsibilities. They do not include stripping this house of all the possessions in it.
You want my marriage to fail.
Your marriage is none of my business.
Here's something. Talk about love. Oh, you have some way of showing it.
And one other thing. Give me your key back.
Do this to me.
TR.
I won't go. You can't make me.
We've tried to explain this is only
You
a
lied to
temporary-
me. All of you
Now,
lied
darling,
to
we
me.
did not lie. Maybe we didn't make it as clear as we should have, but we did
You
not
said I
lie.
could stay here.
But not forever. I thought you understood that.
This is only a temporary shelter. Now, the Lord...
You said you were going to find a home for me.
And we will.
Then why can't I stay here until then?
You know by now it's very difficult to place
Oh, you didn't even try.
Now, that isn't fair, T.O. You met some very nice families.
I won't go to any reform school.
Honey, it's a group home. It's not a reform school.
Yeah, it's like a jail. I won't go. I'll run away. TR, stop. You promised me.
Easy. Okay, everything's going to be all right.
You're sending me away. I did not do anything bad.
Of course you didn't.
Then why can't I stay here with you?
You just can't.
Yeah, well, who wants to anyway?
What do you know? McCleary.
You guys know one another?
We've met.
Better find him a helmet, Cagney.
Do I have to? What's the matter, Cagney? Aren't you going to show me the sights?
I'm not going to have trouble with you two, am I?
Oh, I'm not looking for any.
McCleary?
Who needs it?
Kendall said to put you to work. Around here, we give a guy a chance. That's all.
You're the boss.
Don't forget it.
Looks like we're back in business together again. Just like old times.
You have to subpoena her. You can't withhold this information.
I never should have told you this.
Well, you have to tell Kathy and the police.
Look, the only reason I went this far is because this woman, Helen, will probably never call me again.
Is that all you got, Helen?
No. I also got her fear and her pain and how terribly difficult it was for her to call me in the first place.
But you said that she wanted to help.
She's the one that needs help, Hogan. From the sound of it, I doubt she's ever talked to anybody about what happened to her.
Well, she'll call again, I know. And when she does, you got to get more. You got to get her name. You've got to get her to come forward.
Do that!
It's the sure way to get Benton. According to the books, it's the only way. Another victim or victims to speak up.
Would you stop? Look, I'm not even sure that I can get through this whole ugly mess. I can't expect Helen or anybody else to do what she's not ready to.
She said that she would help. There's got to be some way to find her.
McCleary, don't you even try.
You're not being rational.
No, I'm not being rational. Look, I know how I feel. I know how Helen feels. It is her right to remain private, just as it's my right to press charges.
Even if Benton goes free?
It is not her responsibility.
I beg to differ.
McCleary, you don't understand. This happened to her over 2 years ago. She hasn't even begun to deal with it.
She said that she would help.
It's not that easy. She's carried around this terrible secret and this shame for too long.
It's no shame.
It's never happened to you. She feels the shame. I feel it. I hate to think of how many other women have gone through this.
All the more reason for her to speak up.
She has to make that decision.
Sunshine, if women don't speak up about this, it's going to happen over and over again.
But when they do speak up, other things happen too. Hogan, I've been lucky. I've had support. It doesn't always work that way. Whatever her reasons, if she hasn't let it be known by now, she might never.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying about rights. And I can accept you wanting to protect any woman from going through what you've been through. But if she or any other woman has a chance to convict a rapist, she has no right to remain silent.
I swear, if you do or say anything about this, I'll never forgive you. Now, I want your word. Hello.
Miss Adamson.
Yes.
It's Helen.
Would you hold on a minute? Hogan, please. Helen, I'm so glad you called back. I didn't think you would.
It was good to talk.
I know. I haven't been able to stop thinking about you.
I've been thinking, too.
Right now, I feel like you're the only other person who understands what I'm going through.
I do. When it happened to me, I didn't have anyone to talk to.
Well, now you have me.
Yes. I wish it hadn't happened to you.
You know, I think we both need to talk.
I'm not much help.
Oh, yes, you are. Look, just the fact that you called helped me. Knowing that you understand helps me.
What you said, about meeting.
Would you do it? Would you meet with me?
If you still want me to.
Of course I do. But I don't want you to feel obligated.
It would have to be someplace where nobody knows me.
All right, that's fine. You just name the place and I'll be there.
There's a little coffee shop on...
Do you ever get used to it?
Paperwork? Oh, you never get caught up with it.
No, I was thinking about what's happening to TR. Child's whole life reduced to a file of former addresses and conduct reports, none of which has anything to say about who that child really is.
We try.
Oh, I'm not criticizing you or the system. Actually, I was thinking about a quote. The birth of every child is proof that God hasn't given up on the world. Wouldn't it be nice if the world didn't give up on the children?
She's much better now.
How about you?
The whole time I was talking to TR about accepting the situation, I was talking to myself.
That's what I've been doing. Suze, listen, I know our place is small. It's barely big enough for the two of us, but we could move over. We could make room for her. Let's just take her home with us.
Oh, Aunt Jo, that's a wonderful idea.
Just a minute, Mrs. Turner. Your concern for TR is evident even from the beginning that you brought her here, but there are regulations, and we've just been talking about them. Now, I can't just let you take her.
No, I'm sorry. I just can't stand the thought of her being hurt again or disappointed.
I'm not going to say goodbye because I'll probably see you again very soon. I know it's hard going to a strange new place. Look, if you ever need to talk to me or you want to see me, you promise you'll call?
What good are promises?
Oh, TR.
I want to get out of here.
That's it, then. I have my car outside.
We will see you soon.
Let's go.
Oh, I'm so glad you came. They're sending me away. Please don't let them do it. I don't want to go. You see, it's worse than a jail. Please,
Easy,
I can do
easy,
anything.
TR.
I can get a job. I can rent a room.
Sweetheart, you
Please.
don't have to do any of that. We want you to come home with us. Now, just a minute.
No,
Mr.
we've
Sandy.
already spoken to the commissioner. He knows the case, he knows us, and he gave us verbal permission. I didn't mean to go over your head, but with the time factor, I had to do it.
Don't worry about that.
TR, we'd like to make a home for you, or at least try.
But it's up to you, TR. You've got to want it. It has to be your choice. No one is going to force you.
Hey! Shift's gonna be over if you don't get out of there.
What do you think, huh? Want
one of the guys. What do they mean, clothes don't make the man? Little joke. Little joke. Yeah, well, I guess the joke's on me. This isn't exactly the job I expected.
Friends in high places?
Yeah, you better believe it. This is only temporary, till I can figure out how things work around here.
Around here, men work.
We gonna be working together?
Not if I can help it.
Hey, come on, McCleary. You're the boss. You're supposed to be nice to me.
Boss said to show you around. There's a big difference.
Oh, calm down. Last time we worked together wasn't so bad.
I regret every minute of it.
Why don't you get off your high horse? It all worked out well for you. Matter of fact, I'm surprised you're still in town after all the money I paid you.
Why didn't you level with me? Tell me the truth.
Because at the time, all you were interested in was the price.
Yeah, I should have had my head examined.
What is the beef? Huh? I'm the one who should be complaining. You never came through the way you were supposed to.
By the time I figured out what was going on, it was too late to get out of it.
Okay, look, it's over and done with. All right, if it's bothering your conscience, that's your problem.
You don't have one, do you?
I've had about enough of this.
So have I. Look, you just take this.
What?
Your money. I'm not proud of what I did to get it.
Money, power, and vengeance. That's about the depth of any kind of commitment you have, isn't it, Warren?
Not by a long shot. But it's not a bad place to start. Oh, I believe you know my lovely ex-wife.